Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be doing the detailed review of the newly launched Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. So Redmi Note 14 series was launched last week and it came with three devices just like the regular launch. Now we have a Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G, the top end variant which starts at 30,000 rupees including card offers. Then you have the Redmi Note 14 Pro. And finally, you get the Redmi 14, the standard Note. So that's the three variants. Now we have the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G with us. So right now we have the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G with us. We have been using like for 3 to 4 weeks now, and we have been testing extensively. There are a lot of upgrades in this variant, but there are some downgrades as well. So what are the upgrades? What are the downgrades? How good is the device? Let's find out in this detailed review. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's talk about the design element. Now design has been one of the strong points of the Redmi Note series since couple of years now. Even the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G had a really great design, the vegan finish. Then you get the IP68 rating, good build quality, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2. So similarly we get the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G with great design. You can see that this camera module is actually inspired by the Mi logo. That's what the company claims. And even the camera module, the back panel finishing is also really nice. We have the purple color with us, and this has a stitching on the back panel. It's a vegan leather kind of finish. Now the other variants are finished in glass. You get Corning Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection on the back panel. The front panel is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and the build quality feels very sturdy. It feels really premium in hand. So Redmi has not compromised on the design front in any way, and it feels very premium. And even the build quality, fit and finish looks really nice. Now in terms of weight, it's slightly over 200 grams, and thickness isn't that high, because even with the 6200 milliamp hour battery, Redmi has managed to keep the design and build quality really good. So design and build quality very good, and you get IP68 rating. In fact, it also has IP69 rating. So it's solid in terms of build quality, fit and finish, and it definitely feels premium in hand. So there is no compromise in terms of design and build. Now next let's talk about the display. Now you get a large display. You get a 1.5K AMOLED display, 120Hz refresh rate, and it's a curved AMOLED display. Now you get DCI-P3 color gamut, that's 100% DCI-P3, up to 3000 nits of peak brightness, Dolby Vision, HDR10 plus, 68 billion colors, and you also get PWM dimming is also included. So it's a really good display altogether. Especially for watching movies, you get really nice colors. The touch response feels very nice, and overall even the haptic feedback is also very good. So we feel the display quality is definitely good on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. So again, there is no compromise in terms of display. You get the best experience with the Dolby Vision and even the HDR10 plus support, and the brightness levels, even the outdoor brightness levels, are really impressive for a phone in this price segment. So that's the display quality. Now you can also see that the bezels are also kept minimum. There isn't much of bezels, even the bottom bezels are also kept minimum. So that way the display experience is also pretty good with the punch hole selfie camera. Now next let's talk about the software. Now this is one thing we have. There is some areas where it needs an improvement. This is running on Android 14 out of the box, and you get the HyperOS, but this is HyperOS 1.0. there is no HyperOS 2.0. so that is one thing where Xiaomi could have done better, including the Android 15 and HyperOS 2 would have been made this better, a lot better, because it does not come with, although there is 3 years of Android updates, the first year will go with the Android 15 upgrade. So effectively you get only 2 Android updates, because Android 15 is already in place for last like 2-3 months. So this should have been come with Android 15 and HyperOS 2.0. So that's one of the compromises, I would say. Again, the overall experience with the HyperOS is good, but there are a lot of bloatwares included, but you do get a lot of customization options. The experience is good, the smoothness is definitely retained. So in that aspect I wouldn't say there is any issues, but having Android 15 would have made this device a lot better, because you still get 3 years of Android updates, but now effectively you get only 2 years of Android updates. Again, bloatware scene should be improved, because this is 30K plus device. Xiaomi should be improving on the bloatware scene, so there are plenty of bloatwares included. So that's the software experience. Next, coming to the performance. So here also you do get a downgrade and an upgrade. first thing, the upgrade, it gets the Snapdragon 7s Gen 3 from the Dimensity 7200 Ultra. Although technically it may not be an upgrade, but it goes to a Snapdragon chip. The Antutu score is somewhere around 7.5 lakh to 7.75 lakh. That's the Antutu score of this device. Again, we got a slightly lower score, but that's a score for the Snapdragon 7s Gen 3. Now, the another big downgrade in this device is LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.2 storage. That's definitely unacceptable at this price segment. It should have been UFS 3.1, especially when the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G did have UFS 3.1. Downgrade is definitely not acceptable. That's what we feel. And LPDDR5 RAM to 4X again and downgrade. Now that's the performance side. Now in terms of day-to-day experience, you actually don't feel that difference, but in terms of gaming, you do definitely feel that difference. This is definitely not a device for hardcore gamers. If you're looking for gaming, probably the Vivo T3 Ultra is the better choice here. This is definitely a decent performance. I wouldn't say there is any hiccups in performance. It's very smooth experience, but at a 30,000 price segment, people do expect a lot more in terms of performance. That's where the device is kind of lacking, especially in terms of Antutu score. You can see here the Antutu score is not as good as some of the competitive devices out there. But experience is smooth, lag-free experience. Gamers, I would say casual games, but not hardcore games, because it's not a really powerful device out there in this price segment. Now next, let's talk about the other aspect. If you get in-display fingerprint scanner, very good fast fingerprint scanner, dual 5G support, all the bands are supported. We tried Airtel and Vodafone, hardly any issues. So in that aspect is good, and the dual stereo speakers also is pretty loud enough. You also get Dolby Atmos support, so something which Xiaomi has not compromised here. Dual stereo speakers works pretty well, especially for watching movies. Now let's move on to the cameras. The another upgrade in the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus is the cameras. You get a 50 megapixel light hunter sensor, larger aperture f1.6, then you get a telephoto lens, 50 megapixel 2.5x zoom. That's again good for telephoto lens and portraits, and then you get a regular 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 20 megapixel selfie camera. Now we have done the detailed camera review of this device. You can check out the camera review. Now the cameras are quite good actually in terms of daylight condition. There is hardly any issues. It's satisfactory performance. Even in portraits also it looks good. The colors are pretty much natural actually. There is no oversaturation issues, and even the telephoto does a quite good job overall, and low light experience also feels quite acceptable. Once again, the noise levels are kept to minimum. The selfies are also improved. As a whole, I would say the cameras are definitely satisfactory. It may not be the best out there, but it won't disappoint users. It is quite good actually. But there is one thing which is missing here: 4K 60 FPS in video recording is not included. Again, selfie camera, there is no 4K recording. The rear camera 4K recording is limited to 30 FPS. So those are smaller compromises in the camera department. So that's the camera hardware and quality. Overall, we are satisfied with the camera performance. Now finally, the battery life. That's the major upgrade. You get a silicon carbon 6200 milliampere massive battery, 90 watt charging. It takes around 60-65 minutes to charge the battery, which is quite okay, I would say. Although the last year version had 120 watt, this is 90 watt, still not a bad performance. Now the battery life is stellar, or rather epic. Even with heavy usage, you will be still left with around 25 to 30% battery at the end of the day. So it's a stellar or the best in terms of battery life on a phone in this price segment or even higher price segment. So battery life is definitely good, and you can get really amazing battery life. Whatever type of usage, you can really get amazing battery life. So that was my detailed experience with the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. Now summing up, the upgrades and the downgrades. The upgrades, great design and build quality, fit and finish looks good. Corning Gorilla Glass protection on the front and the back makes it really good. IP68 plus IP69 rating. Then display is good. Dolby Vision, HDR10 plus, there is no compromise. Then cameras are good. Excellent battery life, and overall performance is quite okay. Now the downgrades: UFS 2.2, LPDDR4X RAM, then there are some bloatwares included, and still ships with Android 14 and HyperOS 1.0, no HyperOS 2.0 and Android 15. 3-year upgrades, but 2 years only you get effectively because it's coming with Android 14. And then the performance with the Snapdragon 7s Gen 3 is not really as good as some of the competitive devices, and it might not be a gamer's device. So as a whole, I would say the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G is for people who are looking for stylish devices with great display, good cameras and excellent battery life. This is for them. And if you are a gamer, I wouldn't recommend this. This is definitely not for gamers. You should be looking at some other option. So that was my experience with the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. Overall, it's a quite good package at rupees 30,000 price segment, even with the compromises. As per Xiaomi's claim, Xiaomi is saying that people are started to use the Redmi Note series for a longer period of time. So considering that, this might be a good upgrade if you're looking to buy a new device. So that was my review of the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. So what do you guys think about the device? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with the review of the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.